Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz, playing some more Empires of the Undergrowth today. So we'll be taking on... Hello, what are you doing up there? Let's go get that guy. We'll be taking on... In fact, let's do it. Let's leave him going. That's fine. Taking on Queen of the Hill on hard mode again. Whilst we're talking, what I might do is just finish off these. So last time we had a valiant attempt, but struggled a little bit, particularly with the numbers that we were faced with from the invading ant armies in particular. So today we're going to try again, and of course, as always, we're going to listen very carefully to your comments. So starting from the top, Lego says, I simply love the series. I have some hints and suggestions though. Well, that's fantastic. So that's apparently exactly what I need. He says the hidden food is located behind the underground entrance. So where I was sort of going outside and looking, it's actually going to be behind here, which I did see was diggable, but I didn't quite click had food in it. So we'll go for that next time. Your army has to be structured differently than Rising Tide. 7 workers, 7 melee, 7 ranged is a better order. Workers, melee, ranged. Create 2 groups of 777 so you can go after both aphids the first day. After you have your 2 groups, focus on building more melee from 7 to 19 in each group, then upgrade your 7 mortars in each group to level 3. That's a really helpfully succinct little wording. That's what I'm going to go with there. I agree with your first train of thought when you suggested to stay inside during the nights, pick one of the aphids to defend and leave 1 group underground to go after the food. Okay, so that's interesting. Monib said you could try making more melee to shield the range. That seems to be the bit of a general consensus so far. A. Carlo said you mixed the build in order. How did I miss the red dots during the first attack? I wasn't really looking, I'm afraid. I forgot to turn off the gather food, or turn on the gather food. Yeah, there's a bit of a foil, but I don't think I need to worry about it too much for this actually, so I'm not going to really worry about it. I didn't worry about it too much last time, but then I sort of dabbled and made mistakes again. The first night your aphids finish fast. I assume what he means there is that they get taken away very quickly by the ladybirds, which is what we saw on the aphids on the left that we weren't defending. Aphids can respawn. This helps a little, but probably isn't going to be all the be-all and end-all. And then after my first defeat, I realised I need numbers to go against their numbers rather than levelling up the mortars as soon as possible. So A. Carlos says the mortars are okay, it's just you need soldiers first to protect them, which again just emphasises what Lego was saying. Having more shooters than the rest is a bad idea. Yes, doing equally or more soldiers works. So a little bit more help from him as well. The build in order, and can you try not to remove the gather food and attack? Yeah. You might lose it, including my mind. So yeah, I think that is basically winding A. Carl up a little bit, which is understandable because I have been making a couple mistakes. And like I said just now, I don't think it's as important for Queen of the Hill anyway. Get to the exit quickly, and your priority is to protect and gather food from the aphids on both sides only, nothing else. Try not to upgrade anything except for the food storage. You just need the numbers, not upgraded ants. Build 2 groups from the beginning to guard the aphids left and right. Again, echoing what what Lego said, sorry. Finish 7 in each, so there's a total of 42 on the first day. Again, that's very, very similar. Ants always attack from the left, then the right, then the left, and the right, etc. The first night, leave 2 groups to guard and attack the others. Don't move them and don't increase their number. Start building... so what he's saying there is as soon as the second night comes, leave the existing 2 groups outside defending, and then start building another 2 groups and use them to handle the underground. That's interesting. I like that. I like that. Dig and choose wisely is a cryptic little suggestion there. If the food is getting full, build the 5th group as the heavy army. And more importantly, build some workers just near the queen. Hope you succeed on 36. If not, there's going to be a lot of detail. And also he says he subscribed, which is fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Carlo. Jordan says he loves the vid. Thank you very much, Jordan. Sylvester says when night comes, clear out your nest first. Yeah, this kind of goes into contradicting what the other guys have said so far, so we'll see what we think when we get there. Mr. Said says the secret found is underground. Yes. Focus on getting the full chamber before upgrading the mortars. Yes. Need 2 groups at night, defenders and gatherers. Sort of 50-50 with what other people were saying. Defenders do not harvest food, whether the group does. Yeah, that makes sense. I recommend having 2 groups of workers before nightfall to accomplish this 7 each, which is what, again, they've gone with. And then they've said how to pronounce his name, which is Mr. Sed rather than Mr. Seed. So Lester says I put up a valid fight. Valid, but pointless in the end, I guess. Charles Anderson says, the first day is uber important. You cannot leave the aphids alone. They will be gone. Yep. Focus on one farm. Build 19 workers first, real fast. Leave it in its own group. Attack turned off. Focus on only getting the food. Then when they bring in crazy amounts of food, build an attack force, 7 melee, 7 range. So that's a little different to what other people are saying, actually, isn't it? And I think I like the sound of the other people's ones where you're going for both of the aphids, but I guess we'll see how it goes. CT says, I would say when the other colonies come to attack, you retreat underground, as your mortals will have an easier time. That actually makes a bit of sense, because they'll be a bit more penned in, won't they? Try to link all the chambers to the queen in a save path so the workers can get the eggs safely. Yeah, that's what echoes what someone said last time, wasn't it? Where you want to make sure that the workers who are moving the eggs around don't have to walk through a war zone. So, for example, if this chamber here exited up here, workers from the queen would have to carry eggs up there and into the chamber to lay them. And if there's a big fight going on, they're just going to get killed. So that makes complete sense. Nigel just says, awesome. Sylvester says, rapid fire. Fight them in the nest and not outside, which again suggests what someone else just said. Was that CT, Charles? I can't quite see it now. Whoever said it, I think it was CT, yes. And then Raylot responded to that, said mortar is better for this mission, which again echoes what people said previously, that the level 3 mortars were extremely useful. But I think rapid fire would probably be better in the early stages, but if you can get to level 3, then the mortars can be better. He also said rapid fire is still effective, but requires you to play significantly better than if you just use mortars. So I think probably mortars is what we're going to stick with. At least I said that we'd do that anyway. That's what we'll try to do. Particularly as it says, basically you need to be a better player to get by using the rapid fire. And we all know maybe I struggle a bit there. So Queen of the Hill, on hard. Oh yeah, choose your ant, of course. Mortars, go. All right then, so. Come on, game. Thank you very much. There's a little bit of food over here. Let's get that. There's some food.
A number of small Formica, Rufa, and Fusca colonies have established
behind
themselves
there.
On this beach. Those nearest to the water's edge have enjoyed the first pick of the washed-up seafood for the past few days.
Probably shouldn't have done all of that at once, should we? But we have now. It's happened now. That's happening. That's fine. Then we need to look at where we're going to build. If that's going to be there, so we want this to be...
Aware of their circumstances, these colonies are preparing to relocate to higher ground.
Ooh, 300 food. That's actually very useful, isn't it?
The route is currently occupied by a small Rufa colony. These defenders will have.
So we are building little groups of 7, and the workers. Was it? Did they say the workers go to 19? Or was it the melee? I'll have to check in a second. I've immediately forgotten what's. I think it was Lego that said, wasn't it?
But this won't be an easy fight.
Oh. While that's going, I'm just going to scroll up here. Da 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 da. Yeah, melee from 7 to 19. Then upgrade your mortars. Yes, that was it. Turn the volume down in my headset because, as always, the game is crazy loud. So we'll put those over there. We'll get those traveling up there for the moment. Come on, a little bit more food. Come on now. There we go. Let's get that dug open so we can start sending people out to gather the aphids. Now, do we do 7 workers, 7 workers? No, I think we'll do workers.
Food washed up by the sea. This Rufa colony need not.
So where's the next nest going to be? Like there, isn't it?
Is home to herds of grey aphids. As they feed on plant sap, these tiny insects excrete droplets of honeydew, which the wood ants find irresistible.
Food stores are full, so we do need to build a food store as well.
A constant supply of sugary liquid. Doing so is not
which we'll do there again.
Hungry ladybird beetles know exactly where the aphids like to.
I was going to say we could build something there, but we don't actually want to do that. Oh, it's just about to stop that and it beat me.
The ants will need to keep a close watch over their flock.
So we want, how many of these do we want? Like, workers melee range? That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Where's my... That's them, isn't it? Let's head outside. So in group 1 after the aphids. So we can leave that there until later on. There's no major rush to get that. We will start building a food store here. Just realised we probably don't want that quite there, do we? Just want to leave an extra space. Ah, that's actually not going to work though, is it? Because we can't do a... I suppose that doesn't matter too much. We're probably not going to extend that one beyond that. So they're getting into fights with ladybirds, that's fine. I might turn their attacking off for the moment. Well, they're saying that we do have some melee workers incoming, so maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. Let's get those being built. So we've got ranged, another melee. And then we're going to need to build some workers somewhere we can actually make a full 19 size. So not there, not there. So it's going to have to be there. That's quite far to go. That's a bit frustratingly far to go. If they are, in fact, that's too close as well, isn't it? Could always make it like down here, couldn't I?
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
I might do it there. How can you upgrade 7 mortars to level 3? In a group of 7, you'd have to, I don't know, you'd have to surround them with speed tiles? So we may have messed this up already then, actually. So I don't know how you would do that. You only get 1 from the sides, from the walls. Yeah, we may have a bit of a problem there. Should probably have built... Yeah, the workers... We aren't going to need 19 workers, are we? I don't think.
A party of Formica Fusca black ants are heading inland. The high ground roofer colony must defend their territory.
So they're coming from over here, so let's get everyone over here. Apart from those very useful melee workers, melee soldiers we've got down there. I'll just assume they'll be fine. We shall build some more ranged attackers. Yeah, we have messed this up, because how are we going to get that to be a 19 size when they're that close together? Foolish. Foolish, foolish, foolish. Just to see how we go for now. Well, they have finished with that battle, so let's send them over there. Should get a nice amount of food coming in now. I am concerned I've messed up with the
roofer colony on the low ground are sending troops to clear
order
the
of
path
things.
their queen. The high ground colony must keep them at bay.
I think we'll be okay, so let's start another one going as well. Where are you going? Where are you going, cheeky? It's a little bit closer than I'd like. I would have liked to be over by now, really.
He is starving. There's not enough food.
Yeah, I'd rather have not had that happen. It's because all the melee soldiers have been hidden around somewhere rather than actually doing their damn job. Alright, go get some food, please, people. Well, they're definitely going to get away, aren't they?
The lower ground colonies have relented their siege for now. Night approaches.
Because night
With
approaches.
It brings a host of nocturnal predators out on
so nowhere close
the high ground
to get in.
Go underground to wait out the night, but they would have to leave their
2 teams of
precious
7
aphids
by the
unguarded.
first night.
It is a difficult choice for this colony. Face the peril out in the open, or hide
Create
away
2 groups of 777, giving you the ability to go after
reliable
both aphids the first day. How on earth am I supposed to achieve that? Quite simply, I am not, so we cannot defend that other aphid nest at all, really. Okay, well the workers I'm going to put over here, and they're going to go up here. We will start on the second group of workers. We should get them digging out those chambers for the other 2 groups. And those workers should get us a little bit of food coming in. Send them there for now, I suppose. Okay, that's the workers dealt with. That's all of that food. Let's put those there. That large one's just arrived, so I don't really want to send them over there quite yet. Let's send them there for now, maybe. In fact, what I might... Oh, another large one's just appeared. When they've dealt with this large one, I might send the first group over to the second aphid nest to try and defend that a little. Otherwise it's going to get absolutely devastated, which we could rather do without. Okay, now let's send these over there. Let's see how this goes. Well, not too well. Pretty much devastated already. Now they've got the big guy to deal with. Now, there's a few support coming in, finally. Yeah, this has not gone well at all, has it? Spread myself 2 things. I didn't have the numbers to take out the big guy, really.
The colony is starving. There is not enough food to feed
There's a
them.
little bit coming in, don't worry. They'll deal with those ones okay, and then there's a bit of food there that they can hunker down on. Can the 2s deal with that sort of number? 3 of those? Not if they focus on the ladybirds, they can't. No, they cannot. And that's basically done. Yeah, I'd kind of already resigned myself to the fact that this wasn't going to work, so I messed up the spacing of the chambers a bit, but... do have some food where I can build some more. So let's do that. That's the next 7 of the melee done, which is something. They're going to take a little while to actually hatch, though, of course. Now, if he could have got rid of that one in the middle, we might have been in an okay position, but he did not. We didn't even get all that much food from the taking out the big guy, did we? So they're defending a basically empty aphid nest, and those ladybirds are going to basically destroy that aphid nest. Oh, he's like, oh, I was going to get that one. He's just going to leave in disappointment. So do we maybe stagger between the 2 groups? We do 7 workers, 7 workers, 7 melee, 7 melee, 7 ranged, 7 ranged. Maybe we do it that way instead. These aphids are slowly recuperating, which isn't too bad. There's a few left there. Morning is broken by the look of it.
Dawn breaks, and the battle for the high ground will soon continue.
But how we're going to deal with...
in the night. The high ground colony must ration their food carefully.
Huh. 4 aphids left. How we're going to deal with the imminent horde that's about to come in, I don't know. There's not enough aphids for them to actually gather food, look. It's slowly coming in, but very slowly.
The Fusca colony is sending a wave of warriors to clear a path for their queen.
Alright, so it's going to be the first large-scale assault. Are they going to get inside before they reach them? Not quite. A few very brave ranged are going to try and fight them out there. They are so tough. I'm assuming they were all dead. I mean, we're like, what, maybe a third of the way through the second day, and so far...
are sending another assault. They are desperate to reach higher ground.
One of our ants got swallowed up in that, but only one. That's not too bad. Oh, two. Two. And a bunch over there as well, who for some reason were very delayed. Looks like we'll survive it. We haven't gathered any food really so far today. We haven't built any ants today. We haven't created any nest sites. I'm watching these numbers here and waiting for some of these to start.
Ants are emerging from the Fusca nest.
You just don't have a chance at all, do you? I've got a bit of food there now, but I'm terrified about actually trying to use it. These guys are so tough as well. All of our food gone. That is all of our food gone. 160 food. It costs what, 5 to hatch an ant?
More soldiers are emerging from the roofer nest.
Oh my word. Again, just in time so that we can get them coming to the nest to kill the queen as we lose the level. Huh. Yep. There she goes.
It seems that holding the high ground was too great a task for this small roofer colony. With limited food, they were unable to amass the numbers needed for an adequate defense.
Yes, I know, mate, I know. Return to the Formicarium, if you please. Oh. Queen of the Hill on hard is bloody hard. Bloody hard.
A number of small Formica, Roofer and Fusca colonies have established themselves on this beach. Those nearest to the water's edge have enjoyed the first pick of the washed-up seafood for the past few days.
It's in a bit of an annoying place, this really, isn't it? I might do
the first spring tide of the month approaches.
That, because we're not going to want to expand this to 19 for this first group of workers.
Seemingly aware of their circumstances, these colonies are preparing to relocate to higher ground. There is only one way up the bank, and the route is currently occupied by a small roofer colony. These defenders will have to hold their ground against the oncoming siege. It will be 3 days before the high tide.
The melee we are going to want to have.
If the colony survives, it will inherit the beach.
But a full 19. So they're going to go there. I'm going to 2 spaces there so they can expand. The ranged can go there. The next workers can go there. I think if we could fit 19 in here. Not easily is the answer, so maybe that probably can't. So what we're probably going to need to do is make this another melee one. No, what am I doing? It needs to be like that, doesn't it? Then we want 2 spaces from there. Getting too focused on this rather than actually creating the ants that I need.
Although the nests nearer the water have better access to the food washed up by the sea, this roofer colony need not starve. The plant life growing nearby is home to herds of grey aphids. As they feed on plant sap, these tiny insects excrete droplets of honeydew, which the wood ants find irresistible. They need only protect the aphids from danger.
Something like that. So these 2 are going to be the melee.
Sugary liquid.
Workers, ranged,
simple,
ranged.
However. Hungry ladybird.
Then we need a food store, so we'll put the food store.
They can strip an unguarded stem bare in a mere matter of minutes. The ants will need to keep a close watch over their flock.
I did say I was going to do the workers first, didn't I, before I did that? Okay. So you guys can start going up there and dealing with that.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
I want to try and get that food in before we do anything else. Once we've got this first group of 7 done, and we've got that extracted. So I told her to dig through there, obviously not. It's a little bit late now, isn't it? So let's dig that instead. One's over there. 2's over there. Let's start building a food store. Don't be waiting for anything to hatch, are we? I don't think so. Or maybe. Yep. Okay. So far this feels okay. Whether that's actually going to stay that way or not, who knows. Now the first attack is incoming.
A party of Formica Fusca black ants are heading inland. The high ground roofer colony must defend their territory.
Ah, you got caught up already. Where are you? Well, that's the ladybirds. Okay. We're going to smash through this as quick as we can, please and thank you. Obviously get involved in the fight when you're that close.
The roofer colony on the low ground are sending troops to clear a path for their queen.
Already?
The high ground colony must keep them at bay.
Please ignore the ladybirds. You are not. Some of you got involved. Okay. Right, so I think that's going to be the last attack, so night will be coming soon. Wouldn't say we're really any better off than we were last time, though. Let's connect them to there. Let's upgrade our food store a little bit.
The lower ground colonies have relented their siege for now. Night approaches. and with it, it brings a host of nocturnal predators out onto the beach. The high-ground ants could go underground to wait out the night, but they would have to leave their precious aphids unguarded. It is a difficult choice for this colony. Face the peril out in the open, or hide away and risk losing their only reliable source of food.
Just not sure we've really got the might to take on anything with just 12 ants in each, or 14 ants in each group. If we ignore the aphids, they're dead. Okay, well I'm definitely sure we don't have enough, so let's bring everyone back. In fact, let's just make everyone part of one group. And then we'll just start doing some internal food gathering, I think, and we will just sacrifice outside for the moment, which I know goes contrary to everyone's advice, but I just do not have the ants at the moment to deal with it. If I can gather some internal food and get some actual range stuff building. Yeah, look how long it's taken them to take out a little one that they'd never deal with a big guy, would they?
The colony is starving. There is not enough food to feed the new brood.
Where else is there a small... There isn't really, is there, actually? So maybe we... Oh, I don't... We have got quite a force, though. We could head... Oh, that looks like a big one, doesn't it? Well, that's the next one, I suppose, isn't it? That's a big dude.
The ants must.
Should have drawn him out first. That was silly, but okay. And let's get a marker for 4 there. Is that 5? No, that is 4. And 5 there. And we're taking care of this guy, and we've got his food. We'll start sending the other ones out. That's the plan. Not that. And we'll see if we can salvage anything. Let's turn off the 2 pheromone marker. Okay, so how are we doing? Yes, empty. So let's start dividing these guys up. Probably should have done the soldiers first rather than the workers. And let's start sending them outside and see how they do. I am hugely concerned. But we do need to start trying to defend those areas. But by now the big ones are out there. There are several little ones. The ladybugs killed that one. Yeah. If we waited all night, then all of the aphids would be gone. So what do you do? Just look how many there are. So let's pull everyone. I mean, they're all going to die, but let's pull everyone back inside when we can. Ha. We could try just sending everyone to one aphid nest and trying to defend that. And again, just sacrificing the other one. At least I think we've got a chance then. And they should grab that food and take it back as well. That only leaves 3 of them outside. There were loads, I thought. Kind of why I left them there, but obviously is not the case. Oh, now it is. All right, okay.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed
That's
the
a
new
bit better.
brood.
That's a bit of a crowd. Aphids have basically decimated those, so essentially we're just out here for fun at this stage. There's the reinforcements coming in. Well, they took care of him. Okay. So if we just do that on that side, maybe that won't end up too bad. If everyone can work on gathering that food, our morning's come now anyway. Morning's arrived now anyway.
Dawn breaks, and the battle for the high ground will soon continue. Many aphids were eaten in the night.
Basically all of them, mate.
The colony must ration their food.
Basically all of them. Huh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Does that sound mean the first attack
The
wave's
Fusca
coming?
colony is
Yes, it
sending a wave
does.
of warriors to clear a path for their queen.
I'm not going to try and get inside, I don't think, just because I end up leaving people stranded outside anyway. Oh, no, do not do that. My word, do not do that. No food there at all, look. I'm just watching this nest now, and there it is. There it
The
is.
Rufa colony are sending another assault. They are
So we got like
desperate to reach
20,
high
30
ground.
food since the last little battle. That's the one good thing about having the fight inside, is you don't get ants attacking the stupid ladybirds. I do like that the sound effects
Colony is
increase as you get
starving.
closer.
There is not enough food to feed.
That's
the
all of
new
our
brood.
food gone. A little bit of aphid food I can see down there. So yeah, we're going to survive this one purely because our ranged have dealt with it quite well. We've lost a lot of our melee though, is the problem. Couple of bits of food, but that's about it.
More black ants are emerging from the Fusca nest.
This is the one then. Let's actually try and pull them back. Most of them are going to make it by the look of it. The rest I think I'll just have to count as a sacrifice, but that's like what? 10, so that's half of our food gone. So that's actually a really terrible sacrifice. Right. Yeah, look how quickly our food's going down. And this is, again, just the first wave, because any moment now, the second lot of the other ants are going to be incoming. And we're out of food. We are out of food.
More soldiers are emerging from the roof nest.
We survived! Wow. So we've done slightly better than before. We have 19 ants remaining. And no food. And this absolute horde of enemy ants is incoming. And they've got, by the look of it, they've got level 3 mortars. Because look at that little splash damage I can see. Well, they're rapid fire though, aren't they? Oh, okay. So I was lied about that. Oh, there goes the queen.
It seems that holding the high ground was too great a task for this small roofer colony. With limited food, they were unable to amass the numbers needed for an adequate defense. In the end, the larger swarm always comes out on top.
Yes. Yes, they do. So what do we do differently? What do we do differently? Do we... I'm going to have another crack. It is 46 minutes in, but let's have another go, shall we? I've got time. You got time? All I can really think is we focus on one group. So we get one group of 777 go and leave those outside. The internal group becomes our internal fighting force.
On this beach. Those nearest to the water's edge have enjoyed the first pick of the washed-up seafood for the past few days. However, as the sun and moon near alignment and the first spring...
We'll just focus on one group in general, and we just get the 19 melee and the level 3 mortars done.
These colonies are preparing to relocate to higher ground. There is only one way up the bank, and the route is currently occupied by a small roofer colony. These defenders will have to hold their ground against the oncoming siege. It will be 3 days before the high tide washes away the competition. If the colony survives, it will inherit the beach.
If the colony survives, that's the key word there. And then we need to look at where we're going to put. So that's going to be our melee with space to expand. Expand space, we'll go here. This will be our ranged. In fact, no, we do want to move that a bit further down just in case we find out we do need to build speed tiles all around it. Our food this time will be on this side.
Although the nets nearer the water have better access to the food washed up by the sea, this roofer colony need not starve. The plant life growing nearby is home to herds of grey aphids. As they feed on plant sap, these tiny insects excrete droplets of honeydew, which the wood ants find irresistible. They need only protect the aphids from danger to receive a constant supply of sugary liquid. Doing so is not always simple, however. Hungry ladybird beetles know exactly where the aphids like to graze. They can strip an unguarded stem bare in a mere matter of minutes. The ants will need to keep a close watch over their flock.
Oh, nope, nope, nope. Let's get this one dug out so you can start building a food store. I haven't left enough room to expand that on the side, have I?
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
Okay. So do I abandon that one and maybe go... No, because I can't because of that. I don't want to build it on that side because then they've got to take the eggs further. We'll go with it for now. We'll see what happens. I mean, first we need to get to a point where we've got 19 melee and then look at upgrading our range to level 3. I don't know why I'm struggling so much whilst I'm following your guys' advice. I just don't know if maybe if it's a hard mode thing. That's all I can think. It's the only reason I can think that I'd be struggling so much. Create 2 groups of 777, so you can go after both aphids the first day. How can you create 2 groups of 7? I haven't created 2 groups of 777 at all, I don't think. Alone in the first day. Then melee from up to 19 each, and then upgrade more to the level 3.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
And it'll be there soon, don't worry. Oh, I haven't moved those over though. That'd help.
A party of Formica Fusca black ants are heading inland. The high ground roofer colony must defend their territory.
Come on then, high ground roofer colony. You haven't got long for the next group up here. So we've almost got our first 777. So let's expand this. We can start increasing the size of our melee force.
The roofer colony on the low ground are sending troops to clear a path for their queen. The high ground colony must keep them at bay.
Tell you what I should do is when we fight the ants on either side, we should send our attackers to whatever aphids are closest rather than always tend to always send them to this side. But if they're fighting the black ants, they should probably go to that aphid nest, shouldn't they? That makes sense.
The colony is starving. There is not enough food to feed the new brood.
Yeah, it won't last long. They're on their way. So is it just a 2 and then the first night is, or first day is done? I think that's right, isn't it? Yes, that is correct. So now what do we do?
The lower ground colonies have relented their siege for now. Night approaches, and with it, It brings a host of nocturnal predators out onto the beach.
Do we leave them there to defend the aphids? Probably, right? Yeah.
But they would have to leave their precious aphids unguarded. It is a difficult choice for this colony. Face the peril out in the open, or hide away and risk losing their only reliable source of food.
It's the problem, isn't it? The silly ladybirds. It's a little bit of food coming in, not much, but a little bit. Can't complain, can you? Where are you all going? Like, seriously, where are you all going right now? What is your plan? It's going to walk in and walk out again. Alright then, good. Excellent. Glad you did that. Left your little buddies to defend themselves against these hideous mortal enemies. Again, where are you going? Stop doing that. Oh, he had a big one. I like the big aphids. I assume they produce more food. I don't know if that's true or not. Keeping a bit of an eye on the food, but I'm not... I don't want to build too much because that big guy is going to be here soon. The one on that side's just arrived. This one isn't far off. We need to take care of these 5 ladybirds first. Let's move everyone up there to do that, because yeah, there's the big guy. He's just coming, look. You see him on the mini-map down there. Okay, well they're all going to go for the ladybirds first, because they were closer, so that's going to be good, because a lot of them are going to die. I mean, no, that's not good. That's not good. Damn it. They should hopefully take care of him relatively quickly. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? I'm going to go ahead and assume that this aphid nest is just... Oh no, it's not doing too bad, actually. I'm not going to attempt it. Not even going to attempt it. And 10 food left there, not much, but it'll do. We're almost full of food, so I will build one more melee. In fact, we could probably get away with building a few more. Not going to have any major attacks now, the big dude's done. So I can't see this succeeding again, unfortunately. We just don't have the food or the numbers. We'll have like a little bit of a reprieve in the morning where the aphids will hopefully start producing some food. But realistically, we are going to struggle. Don't have that big guy. Don't have that one either. Ah, you son of a bitch. Realistically, I don't see how we're going to get enough food in the morning to get... I mean, we'll probably get the 19 done, but I don't know that we're going to get the mortars even begun to get upgraded. that morning incoming? Is it looking a little bit lighter, or is it just me? It might just be me. Definitely just me. It'd be nice if the ladybirds weren't so chicken that they ran away. That'd be something, wouldn't it? So the only thing I can think for next time would be to... That's morning. Would be to start the same.
Dawn breaks, and the battle for the
get some workers and some melee with the internal food. Come and get the aphids after that.
Succeeding in securing vital
get the 7 range built and start building a couple more melee. But after that, I think spend the entire first night abandoning the aphids. Leave the aphids. You got a good team of people. Stay inside. Work your way through the food inside and building more units. Because that's the one thing we can't do at night, because we haven't got enough units to do inside and out. But if we focus on just building more units, that's going to give us a shot. I'm not going to say it's going to work, but it's going to give us a shot against the invading ant armies when they arrive. Because right now there's just a couple of little babbies over there. Right, here they come.
The Fusca colony is sending a wave of warriors to clear a path for their queen.
This is the beginning of the end, my lads. Or my ladies, I suppose. We didn't quite get those 19 built, did we? I'm not expecting too many problems there. We are done. Let's go get a couple of aphids. Although it's not going to be long. I'm just watching them. Ah, here it comes. Here it comes. Everyone back inside.
The Rufa colony are sending another assault. They are desperate to reach higher ground.
We've almost got enough here, I'd say, build another melee, but...
The battle has begun.
We're about to lose a fair few ants, so maybe that's not so worth it. Yep, there they go. So not doing too bad. We've lost 100 food, which means we've lost 50 ants. No, it means we've lost 20 ants. Not even close with those maths. That's like 20 ants there, so we can go grab a little bit more food during this slight reprieve. But it's not going to be long till these guys... Oh, no, they're already there. I'm not saying it's not long.
Emerging from the Fusca nest.
How much food did we manage to gather during that exercise? Not quite enough to... Oh, a little bit more. Actually, yeah, we did recover our food from last time. I was just about to build another one because it got very close to filling up, but it's really not worth it because I'm going to lose a lot more ants again. Well, nope, I would describe this as worse than last time. Sorry about that, I had to shut my door. Felt like I could do that without... Oh, here comes the other army, right on time.
More soldiers are emerging.
So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought those black ants were going to destroy us long before the other ones got here, but it's pretty much just as they arrived, wasn't it? But nonetheless, that is another failure. That's 4-5 times we failed this now.
It seems that holding the high ground was too great a task for this small roofer colony. With limited food, they were unable to...
So yeah, thank you guys for your help as always. It just doesn't seem to be...
The larger swarm...
I don't know what I'm doing wrong necessarily. Workers melee ranged, create 2 groups of 777, but I can't do that the first night. The first day, sorry. I just don't have enough food to be able to do that. I don't see what I could do more efficiently necessarily to do that. So I did entirely ignore... Excuse me, the sound's gone because I've tabbed out of it so I can scroll down. I did almost entirely ignore Charles Anderson's advice, didn't I? I should just call him Charles, really, rather than going for the full name. He says, don't leave the aphids alone the first day. Focus on one farm, build 19 workers. Attack turned off, focus on getting food. That'll bring in crazy amounts of food. 7 melee, 7 range, have them defend the aphids only, turn food gather off, then build up from there. Yeah, maybe I should have tried that. Maybe I should have tried that. Don't know exactly how. Do you still focus on one farm throughout the rest of the days? But again, how you get no chance during the second day. So I think what we'll do next time is we will build the workers, turn the attack off, get them gathering some food, and then build the 7 melee and range like Charles suggests and leave them on defense only while the workers gather the food. And I think the first night, I think we'll just leave the aphids. We're going to abandon the aphids entirely and just start on clearing out the nest a little bit. Because if you don't gather any food in the night, you've got no chance during the day. Like, no chance at all with the amount of ants it sends after you. Yeah, so apologies for not quite pulling it off, as you may have hoped I would. I am trying my best. I do promise you, I am trying my best. I'm trying out a couple of little things here and there to see what I can get working. And it's not quite working yet, but we'll get there. We will get there in the end. So I hope you like this latest look at Empires of the Undergrowth. If you have, please do click the like button. It is genuinely appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Any questions, comments, like I say, as always, leave them down below. It is genuinely so appreciated. Don't forget, I do stream every Wednesday at 6 PM, so come along and say hello there if you are around. Otherwise, I will see you next time in Empires of the Undergrowth, where we'll have our 3rd attempt, or our 3rd video attempt, and our, 6th attempt at completing Queen of the Hill. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.